Thank you, guys. Welcome to the DC Frenchman Show tonight. I got something to bring to you all's attention about us. A lot of us black folks didn't die in that flood, and I'm going to show you the reason why. It's another reason why, if you want to find out, check out Oscarville. But let's go.
I spoke to a woman who was camping with her family just 1 mile away from the deadly Guadalupe River floods when they found themselves in the path of disaster. Lucretia Bates said she noticed the river rising and decided to evacuate despite no alerts or warnings.
Okay, that's Lucretia Bates over to your right, guys. I'm thinking it may be right when you look at it. Her and her family went out, and a couple more other black families was out there. That land that they're on is like slave land. If you do your research, most of all the lakes and stuff like that is slave land that was made into recreation spots for YT. Okay, as I heard, when the storm started, most of the blacks got the hell on up out of there and they left, like you're supposed to do in a storm. But the white folks, they was like, wow, we getting a break. As soon as this rain stop, we're gonna party. So I'm gonna let you see what happened here. Let's go.
There were other people still trying to go tubing down the river that morning as we were packing up, and it was pouring.
Even though the river had risen that much and people were being told, you know what, it might be time to go, there were others that were getting in tubes to ride the river down.
Yes, ma'am. It was others getting in tubes. And when they seen the black people getting up out of there, I'm sure they was like, they don't even worry about this. They don't like to take too many wash up and baths and stuff, but we love baths. I smell like Gabbani right now, for real. But we got up out of there. It was gonna be too much rain. We have an intuition about stuff like this. God give us this nature and let us know that don't play with him, and that the land that they're on is not theirs. Let's finish this out.
Yes, yes. And I just couldn't believe it. And so, I just thought to myself, and I began to kind of look up, what had happened. And that's when I found out that, it was very
Crime
catastrophic. As we were
And Tasha
checking
Pierce,
out,
her YouTube channel.
my
Thank you,
husband told
miss.
the office, like, hey, we're checking out. We were supposed to stay an extra night.
But it's
He
about
said,
to rain like hell. We're getting
gonna
out of here.
go. And so she said, okay, we're thinking about evacuating.
Pause. We're thinking about evacuating. If that was my wife, I'd be like, y'all thinking about evacuating? I know y'all not evacuating. You're gonna stay because it's extra rooms now that you can make some good money besides some of your neighbors. So y'all just stayed on there, and let's finish this thing out. And then if I'm talking too much, I'm gonna start everything back over from the beginning.
About evacuating. I was just kind of like, wow. But by the time we got to the gas station to gas up, we heard
She heard that it was over with. All right, guys. And look at her face. Just look at her face. She seems so disappointed. You would have been down there and stayed too. Your husband probably told you, let's go in the room and chill out to this little thing. I'm gonna stop talking. All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe to the DC Frenchman Show on YouTube. Your favorite YouTuber here in Washington, D.C., where I have a lot of Washington, D.C. current news, and on spot and on time. But I want to hear this again. Let's hear this a little bit more.
Isn't that much? And people were being told, you know what?
Let's hear it one more time,
She
guys.
noticed the river rising and decided to evacuate despite no alerts or warnings.
there were other people still trying to go tubing down the river that morning as we were packing up, and it was pouring.
Even though the river had risen that much and people were being told, you know what, it might be time to go. There were others that were getting in tubes
Yes, ma'am.
to ride the river down.
Yeah.
Yes, and I just couldn't believe it, and so, you know, I just thought
Black
to
folks don't
myself,
play that. We don't
you know,
do
and
scary
I
movies
began
like that
to kind
either.
of look up,
If somebody
what
told us
had
that was
happened, and
Bigfoot in
that's
the
when I
woods, we
found
would have
out
took
that,
off. A
you know, it was very
UFO,
catastrophic. As we were checking out,
Klansmen, any damn thing. We
my
don't play
husband
that
told the
bullshit.
office, like, hey, we're checking out. We were supposed to stay an
And we
extra
know
night.
nature is God's
He said, we're gonna go, and so
nature, and we don't play
she said,
around with that.
okay,
All right,
you know,
guys,
we're
like, share, and
thinking about
subscribe
evacuating.
to the DC
Thinking
Frenchman
about
Show.
evacuating. You know, I was just kind of like,
I'm out.
wow.